For a little while, I was a full-time paid speaker, and I spoke at universities, and I ended up working my way all the way up to Yale, Harvard, and Princeton. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I built that business for myself. First thing to remember, the most important thing to remember, is content. I've been a content creator for the past 5 or so years, ever since I got out of college, and including my senior year, and I created content in the beginning on LinkedIn. And that's super important because professors and people that run universities hang out on LinkedIn. So I created a bunch of content on, prototyping, no code, the stuff that I produce content on now. And eventually, one day, a professor reached out to me, just a small professor at a small local college, said, "Hey, I really liked your video. I remember we connected at this event. I want to bring you into my class to talk." So I gave the best presentation that I could. I filmed that lecture. I posted it back to LinkedIn after the fact, and a couple of other professors thought that was pretty cool. I started getting some traction there, so I set up a little automation on Phantom Buster to basically just reach out to a bunch of people. A lot of it I did manually too, but I just reached out to as many professors as I possibly could to see if I could speak in their classes. After a few months, I had spoken in, I think, 50 different classes in like 10 different countries around the world, and I started reaching out for paid gigs to larger, more established universities. Eventually, using all that credibility, I reached out to big Ivy League schools and said, "Hey, here's what I do, here's what I teach," and they started to bring me in because I had the credibility to back me up. But if I were to do this all again, there's one tool that I would use that would make it way easier. It's called archive.com, and it tracks where everybody's tagged you across Instagram and TikTok. Like Harvard mentioned me here, and Princeton mentioned me here. And if I'd known about these and I was able to keep better track of it, it would have been way easier to self-promote myself and grow.